Hi everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 15th. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's revisit our target. We're going to continue with our PowerPoint slides that we started yesterday. We're just going to continue right on. So our target reads, I will explain the connections between events and concepts within a scientific text. So we're spending the whole week this week focusing on scientific texts about things in the world and how they work, both living and non-living. All right, so by now you have read 2 articles, Thank You Taste Buds and All About Light Bulbs. So you should be learning some science facts and different things that you can make connections to and that we use every day in our daily lives. All right, so today we're going to start with our skill. So we're going to start with our I do. So I'm going to be reading and explaining our tasks with you. So step 1, we're going to read the text. So I'm going to read the paragraph aloud to you, and you can read it to yourself as I read aloud. We're going to determine some connections between events or concepts, and then lastly, we're going to write an explanation about these connections that we've observed. So these are our 3 main steps that we're going to follow, and I will do one for you. We'll be doing one together, and then tomorrow you're going to be doing one on your own. All right, so go ahead and just follow along as I read aloud. All right, have you ever wondered why the sun appears to be bigger and brighter than the other stars in the sky? The brightness of the sun and the stars in the sky are due to a variety of factors. One thing that affects the brightness of the sun and stars is their distance from the earth. The closer it is to the earth, the brighter and bigger it will appear. Okay, so the connections between concepts in this text are, so you should be thinking right now how the brightness of the sun is affected, okay, by different factors. Okay, so the first thing that we can determine or think about a connection for is the distance the sun or stars are from the earth. That's going to make a difference. That's going to play a role. This, as an effect, it affects how big and bright they appear to people on Earth. So depending on the distance they are from us is how big and bright they will appear to us in the night sky, okay, or in the daytime when we see the sun. So that's one connection or cause and effect relationship. Okay, and then step 3 said that we were going to write an explanation about these connections that we've observed. So it says the stars in the sky appear much smaller than the sun. This is because the closer a star is to Earth, the bigger and brighter it will appear. So that makes sense, right? The closer it is, the bigger and brighter it's going to appear to us. The farther a star is from Earth, the smaller and less bright it will appear. Okay, so there's that cause and effect. If it is closer, it will be bigger and brighter. If it's further away, it will remain smaller and less bright. Okay, so that's our written explanation to explain our connection. All right, let's do one together. So go ahead and get out either your ELA journal or a piece of paper or something to write on. We're going to be doing 3 things with this. We're going to read the text. We're going to determine the connections between events or concepts, and then you are going to write an explanation about the connections you have observed. Right? So I'll give you a moment to go ahead and grab either a pen or a pencil, a journal, or some paper to write on. Okay? And then we're going to read the paragraph together, and we're going to talk about the connections and written explanation that we can make with what we've observed. Okay? Did you know that the Earth is always spinning? It spins on an imaginary line called an axis. It completes one full spin each day. This invisible line goes through the North Pole of the Earth and out the South Pole. The turning movement of the Earth is called a rotation. When the Earth is facing the sun, that part of the Earth is having daytime. When the Earth is facing away from the sun, that part of the earth is having nighttime. So the sentence starter we're going to be filling in says, the connections between concepts in this text are. So take a moment to think about what are some connections we can make based on what you've just read about daytime and nighttime on Earth. Okay. So let's write this down. So our cause and our effect, or our connection, states the Earth makes one revolution along its axis each day. As a result, or its effect, this rotation is that the Earth experiences night and day. Okay, for our written explanation, we're going to write this. The Earth rotates along its axis once each day. This is called a revolution. When the Earth faces the sun, this part of the Earth has daytime. When the Earth faces away from the sun, this part of the Earth has nighttime. So basically stating that when the Earth is facing us, when the Earth is facing the sun, then it is daytime. When the Earth faces away from the sun, it becomes nighttime, right? When the sun sets. So sunrise, we have daytime. Sunset becomes nighttime. Okay, so your written explanation when you do this on your own should look very similar. Okay, so today I did one. We did one together. Okay, and then tomorrow for our video, you're going to be doing one on your own, and then you will be sharing out your responses with me through a Google Doc. Okay, so to recap today, our target says, I will explain the connections between events and concepts within a scientific text. All right, everyone, I'm going to sign off here. Again, tomorrow you will be doing your independent part, the you do, and I will see you all then. Bye-bye now.